went to the doctor yesterday, Fez. How's the ticker?
The ticker, fine so far. He's going to do some more tests on me in about a week. I'm going to have a Holter put on, which is a 24-hour heart monitor that I got to wear.
Now, your EKG came back what?
EKG came back fine.
Now, do you tell him that you have at least one fake heart attack a day?
No, I didn't tell him that I have a fake heart attack a day.
Well, did you tell him that every day at one point you believe you're having a heart attack?
I told him that, yes, I am in pain every day. My chest hurts every day. And then the word psychiatrist came up.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Did you tell him what a grind this is starting to be on your partner? That I would really like to now start getting along with my life and talk and think about other things.
That didn't come up whatsoever. So I got my meds changed, a lot of medication changes.
So maybe there's something wrong there with the meds?
Yeah. So maybe that's weirding me out with the breathing and everything. And then also I got these other tests I got to do. I got to do a nuclear stress test. And I'm trying to think. The thing he had the problem with is that I get so short of breath so quickly. Mm-hmm. And my heartbeat races up faster than it should.
Did you tell him that you're at the point now where you can't even bang another guy without taking a break?
That did not come up. I know it's doctor-patient confidential, but it still didn't come up.
Did he see your McGreevy shirt and just guess?
No, McGreevy in 08.
And ate me. So you're fine, he says.
So far.
What do you mean so far? For anyone else, they wouldn't even be doing these tests. All the tests come back fine, and yet you keep saying, giving me more tests.
So I was not having a heart attack yesterday. It doesn't mean something's not wrong.
All right. And you haven't had one all this time?
No.
And he sees no damage there?
No. Well, from the old one is still there on the EKG. Because, he's showing it to me, and he goes, there's that old heart attack, but we knew about that. So that's like a fingerprint or something now. That will just always be on my EKG.
Yeah, except for you're not going to leave it anywhere, except for if someone has the tools for it. It's a scar. You've actually scarred yourself. Here's what I don't understand. Brother Joe had that same exact weekend as you. He's in here the other day. Oh, yeah, I'm running 2 miles a day. I've never felt better. Feel like a 15-year-old. And I'm pushing in and out of work in a wheelchair. Why, no matter how cold it is, you're keeping something on your lap.
I need a shawl. I told him about Brother Joe, too.
What did he say?
He said, that's great. And then, and then he looked at me with such huge disappointment.
What about look at me. Look at the disappointment in my eyes.
That's the look. That one right there.
It's not disappointment, Fez. It's exhaustion. I just can't have the conversation every day. I feel like I've given you a good 6 months with this one.
He actually looked at me like I was lying because I'm going, I said, a friend of mine, Joe, and I said,
First of all, that's a lie right away.
It is not a lie.
It's a guy who you work with, brother. That does not make him a friend.
He's a friend. I said, we actually started having chest pains the exact same night. And then I got into, Opie making us stay late at the Hard Rock.
Yes, we discussed that earlier today. Did you talk about this loop that you get in with of every 2 minutes repeating the same story?
I did tell him I was having memory problems. And then also that I was having memory problems.
You honestly did just say that right before you did that. You've done the joke 3 times now. You okay?
Yeah, I think so. I feel okay.
Why do you keep saying I feel okay over and over? You're fucking freaking me out.
Now I'm getting freaked out.
I know.
The room moving?
No. That's my line, too. All right, Ron and Fez show. So everything's fine for you, but you're going to get more tests.
Yeah.
Because you can't be sure enough now.
Exactly. Yeah. Because I just don't feel good.
Yeah, I know you don't, buddy. Well, you will. You will when you're dead. When you're dead, there's going to be no more pain, no more worry. You're going to go to pie heaven one day. Of course, on your diet, you're not going to be allowed to eat it.
That'll be the day the diet is over.
No. You can still have heart attacks in heaven. And then accidentally go to hell. If you're killed in heaven, you can end up in hell. That's in the Bible, my friend.
That doesn't seem an awful lot like heaven.
Well, then you're going against the Bible.
I don't remember seeing that in the Bible anywhere.
It's in the back. It's right it's one of those things in the back. I think it's right after the begats.
Oh, I'll have to check.
Yeah. It is somewhere in the back. we haven't brought this up, you claim you have a ghost at your house.
Yeah, this happened last week. I'm asleep. I wake up. I look over. There's a ghost standing in my bedroom.
Now, before we go, it's a ghost. Describe it to us as well as you possibly can.
All right, I looked over. Standing by my doorway was this figure of an old man, and it looked...
White people are so scared of black people.
I really don't care what...
Figure.
White people are so scared of black people.
Earl was called that as a child, and he ran home crying.
Well, this was my ghost, and it was an old man...
And it was a figure, right? I mean...
in human form.
The whole thing in human form.
Yeah, arms, legs, everything.
Right.
So, and a very old man dressed in some kind of uniform that I didn't recognize, and I didn't recognize the old man either, so it's not like an elderly guy that I knew.
Military uniform?
Kinda, but like kind of fancy too, so it could be like a train conductor or something like that.
Okay. So what happened? I mean, is he glowing? You're saying a figure. What exactly do you mean by that?
And he was just staring back at me. He was kind of like all in white, but I could make out that he had a blue uniform, but there was like a white haze over him.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at him, and I stopped, and I closed my eyes again. I looked again, and he was still there. And then I just started to freak out. After the second time I looked, he was still there, and I started yelling at him, "What are you doing in here? What are you doing in here?"
Knowing that it was a ghost?
No, I thought it was like a person in my house.
All right, so do the impression. You wake up, you look over, and then you pick it up from there.
Yeah, I look over.
And be honest, totally honest.
Yeah, I was screaming, "What are you doing in here? What are you doing in here?"
You might want to put some bass in your voice. It would help you sound a little more aggressive.
And then when I put my head, I kind of put my head back on the pillow, looked up again, and he was gone.
You started jacking?
No, I did. There was no jacking involved.
So you were asleep before you saw him?
I was asleep before I saw him, yeah.
And you think you still could have been a little bit asleep when you woke up?
I'm sure there was part of that daze, but I did the thing where I started to sit up. I mean, I was awake when I was still seeing him.
What do you think, Earl?
I was freaked.
I think he was half asleep.
And he's still dreaming while he's awake.
Still kind of in that state, half state.
I mean, I want to believe you, but what do we have to go on here? A weird...
My word.
Well, your word gets a little confused, and I'm not saying you're lying, although you have many times in the past. I'm just wondering if you were still, like, semi-asleep. Rob, you're on Run of Fez.
Oh, what's up, boys?
Yeah.
Hey, Fezzy, you got to watch out. Just like Vito, the blood pressure medication makes you do and see fucked up things.
That's why Vito claims he started acting gay.
That's right. So that might be Fezzy's gay ghost.
The ghost never approached me.
Did he want anything? Could you tell?
Nope, just staring at me. Didn't say anything to me.
Do you think if you had it to go over again, you wouldn't freak out like that? You would try to figure out if there's a message for you?
Yeah, I would definitely try to do it the next time. I think what freaked me out is that it was someone standing in my room that I didn't recognize. Like if it had been a ghost of someone that I knew, maybe things would have gone differently.
Could this ghost have been Jesus? The ghost of Jesus.
If he was Jesus, he was awfully old and in a fancy uniform.
Well, he should be old, and I managed by this time he's dressing differently. Fred, you're on Run of Fez.
What's up, boys? Hey, Fezzy just described Captain Crunch perfectly. I think he's jonesing for a bowl.
Was it that type of look that you had, Fez? Was it Crunch?
It was not Captain Crunch. He did not have any sort of hat on. He was balding and had long hair, the hair that he had left.
Blonde? It could have been Custer.
No, it was white.
Well, that's Custer. In his old days, he did have white hair.
And a long white beard.
Could have been Moses as like in a doorman outfit?
If Moses was wearing like an usher's uniform or something, yes.
Could have been Usher, the hit singing sensation.
No, it was not. There's no way it was Usher. I can cross.
Earl, you're laughing. You're not even believing him for a second.
You're laughing over there?
I'm laughing at the Usher joke, but I just think you were. I just don't think you were just half sleeping state. You were just having a
Half
weird
cocked, if you will.
having a weird dream, and it just
No, we won't.
and you were caught in between.
I would say that. I would be the first to admit it. But I woke up. I saw him when I woke up. I even made sure I was awake when I looked the second time, still there.
No, you live on an island filled with ghosts, let's face it.
It's got to be.
I mean, they actually make movies about it.
Yeah, the old asylum is there, the old smallpox hospital. A lot of people died on that island I live on, Retard Island.
Wonder why you got such a cheap rent.
I bargain hunt.
Here's Mike. Mike, you're on the Fez.
Hey, buddy, 1018.
Hey, pal.
I got a little bit of a ghost story, kind of like Fez's. I've never seen anything, but sometimes when I'm just chilling out, I'm playing Madden, I hear my cabinet doors opening and closing. And I got somebody who lives above me, and sometimes when they're not home, I hear people walking around up there.
Could that be what you have, Fez? Just a bad apartment?
No, I don't think I have a bad apartment. I don't have that cabinet door opening and shutting.
I'll tell you right now, I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Jerry, you're on Run Fez.
Hey, Fezzy, did he have, like, leather chaps on, a studded vest, and was he smoking a cigar?
No, he was not.
Anyway, this could have been Freddie Mercury coming to take you home.
No, this was a very heavy-set ghost.
Sean, you're on Run Fez. Heavy set, all in white.
That ghost is from Colonel Sanders from that bucket of chicken.
It does sound like white hair, white beard, white suit.
This guy didn't
starving.
This guy didn't resemble Colonel Sanders at all. He had a really long white beard, big bushy beard, and he had what was left of his hair was long and white, hanging like a skullet hanging off his head.
So he's bald on top.
Yeah, bald on top.
Could it have been Hogan? Did you have your
No, it wasn't
WWE on?
No. I hadn't been watching any wrestling or Hulk Hogan DVDs.
But you're always thinking about it.
Yeah, true. And is Hulkamania truly dead? Yeah. If it is, I saw the ghost.
Scotty, you're on Run Fez.
Hey, Ron, really worried about Fezzy there. We got to get him off the acid. Maybe you could do an intervention or something.
He loves the acid. I can't take it away from him. He loves the 25. Dave, you're on Run Fez.
Hey, guys. Fezzy, you're getting me scared. It sounds like the death dreams again.
Oh, yeah. Remember you had the death dreams, Fez?
I had the death dreams for a month up before my heart attack.
But they didn't come true. You didn't die.
No, I didn't die. I didn't get hit with a bus.
Then you even had the death dreams after the heart attack.
Yeah, that was weird.
Could your stress be causing your heart problems?
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
Maybe you need to chill then.
Just chill with the ghosts.
Chill with the ghost. Well, you're not going to beat that one, Fezzy. That's going to be our out phase tonight.
My ghost dog.
Chill with the ghost. That's it for us, gang. Fez, you had a big night last night?
Yeah, the ghost came back last night. I had seen a ghost in my apartment probably, I guess, about a week ago. Scared the hell out of me.
Well, it was much longer than a week ago. It was probably about a month ago, maybe even 5 weeks ago when you brought this up. So last night, you said in the middle of the night, you woke up, ghost hovering over you, looked like a male specter, glowing.
Yeah, I could tell it was like an older man, bald, really long beard, and like some sort of old style uniform. I couldn't tell what kind of uniform it was, and he had like this whitish glow around him, kind of like a fairly long coat on him. So I had seen him before in my room.
It sounds very much like a Scooby-Doo ghost, if I was going to guess anything. All right, so go ahead. You see a ghost.
So, and then the first time I saw him, I looked at him twice, closed my eyes, opened them twice. I saw him, and then he was finally gone because I was screaming, "What are you doing in here? What are you doing?" And screaming, "Get out of here," because I was scared shitless. So last night, I'm laying in bed, I open my eyes, there's the ghost again, but like much closer to me. Before the first time, I'd say he was probably like 4 or 5 feet away from me.
Mm-hmm.
This time, he was like right up on me.
As right face to face?
Yeah, face to face.
As if he was having sex with you while you slept.
So, and when I opened my eyes and I saw the ghost that close to me, I just screamed out loud, and I watched this ghost disappear as I was screaming.
What time was this?
I would say this is probably about 3 or 4 in the morning, both times.
Witching hour.
It is?
No.
Oh, good.
So you honestly believe this?
Yeah, I totally believe it, especially after the second time, because he was, like, in a different place in the room. So now this ghost is moving around on me.
Neil, you're on Ron Fez.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Fezzy, that wasn't a ghost. That was a Grim Reaper hovering over your bed.
Think it could have been the Reaper?
Well, I hope it's not the Reaper. I didn't feel like I was slipping from this mortal plane.
Would you rather it was the Reaper or the Raper? If you had to choose right now.
I'll take the Raper.
Sure.
Over the Reaper. The Grim Raper.
You'd probably take that over Stones tickets. 866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. I'm not sure. It seems to me like you're dreaming this stuff, Fez. Not that I'm calling you a liar. I just think that you blow things out of proportion.
I would think I was dreaming it too, if my eyes weren't open when this was happening.
Dave, you're on Ron Fez.
Hey, Fezzy, you ever see that show on the, the Sci-Fi Channel, the Ghost Hunters, the guys that come to your house and do all the videotaping and stuff?
The only thing I watch on Sci-Fi is EC Dub, my friend. EC
Well, they should
Dub.
come there and check out Fezzy's apartment.
You want me to get a hold of EC Dub and see if they'll spend the night with you, Fez?
I would feel safer if Sabu was there at my bedside protecting me.
Well, what are you going to do about this? Do you have any plans? Do you want to call a priest and have some holy water thrown around there? Because it seems like this ghost is trying to get inside you, as if it's trying to take over your body. And then that has me think lately, I mean, you've had so many weird medical problems. There's been, like you said, depression. A couple of days where Earl and I were saying you weren't even acting like yourself. Maybe there is something where this ghost is going in and out of you.
Well, what I was pissed about at myself for last night was the first time I saw the ghost and got scared, I'm thinking, all right, if this ever happens again, I'm just going to try to have a conversation with this ghost. I'm going to try to make first contact here. And last night, he was back, and I screamed out loud and watched the damn ghost disappear. So I would love to be able to not react by screaming and yelling at the thing, and maybe be able to find out what in the world this guy wants.
There's a magic phrase, Fezzy, that you must say 3 times. I just wrote it down there, and that'll help you with the ghost.
Oh, okay, when the ghost shows up. This says, kill me, kill me, kill me.
Here is Bob. Bob, you're on Ron Fez.
Yeah, what's up, buddies?
Yeah.
Yo, Fez, I just want to know if this ghost is the ghost of Christmas past or is it the ghost of Christmas present? See ya.
Here's Charlie. Charlie, you're on Ron Fez.
Yeah, I defended Fez when he took antidepressants. I defended Fez when he said people have colors and numbers. I'm done with Fez. This is way too crazy. I want to join Team Bennington. How do I do that, sir?
It's a little late. That ship has sailed, the championship team, which is really just me coaching and Earl being compared with Eastside Dave. It has sailed right now on to championship waters. Fez, it is getting tougher and tougher and tougher to follow you down these things and not thinking that maybe you're not somewhat of a drama queen / glory hound. Look at me, look at me.
Well, trust me, the last thing I want to do is to sit up in my bed screaming during the night.
Are the meds causing you to hallucinate? Maybe it's just a figment of your imagination.
I won't believe this until you're murdered in your bed. At that point, I will say to myself, that may be a ghost.
But then it's too late for me. Then I'm already gone. Then I become the ghost.
Let me guess. The only way that you're going to feel safe is if I send Bronx Johnny over there to sleep naked with you. Then suddenly you're going to feel like, Johnny, I know you said you'd do anything for Fez. Is there any way that you'd spend the night at his house?
Not naked.
Yes, naked. You got to be naked.
Naked doesn't pop off that way, boy.
We have to do what we have to battle the supernatural.
Here's Dean. Dean, you're on Run of Fez.
What's up, buddies?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Fez, I got a couple questions for you real quick. What did you do after you sat up and screamed? Did you turn on the lights? Did you walk around? Or did you just go right back to sleep after you saw the ghost?
I totally got up after that.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and couldn't go back to sleep for a while.
There's a kind of sleep that a lot of UFO abductees have. It's where their mind projects the image, so they think they're awake, but they're really not, and then, they're still dreaming. So I thought that might have been the case with you, but...
And, your eyes play tricks on you. Like, did you ever get up at night, it's dark, you walk in, you're going to take a piss, you turn on the light, and it's just that big shot, and it's almost like you shut your eyes, and then you could actually see stuff still there,
exactly.
when your eyes are closed. So all kinds of shit's taking place that time of night, Fez. And plus, God knows how many sleeping pills you're taking, and all the weird things, and the guilt that you have. So I'm sure... a lot of this is just stress-related. The only thing that you got going your way is that you live on an island where a lot of ghosts are. They actually made a movie about it.
Yeah, Dark Water was the name of that movie. And this ghost, he looks like he's totally from a different era. So, I don't know, almost like Civil War era or something like that. So Lord knows what happened on the island then.
Or perhaps it's a ghost from the future.
I never considered a future ghost.
Future ghost. A ghost that hasn't been born yet.
Then I would like to talk to him.
So your point right now is to try to talk to him, huh?
Yeah, I wish I wouldn't panic every time I've seen this guy.
Maybe what you do is next time you see him, think to yourself, I've got to stop making stuff up.
I am not making this up. I've seen him twice now. Same ghost.
Do you feel like you're in any danger?
When I first see him, I do.
Yeah.
Because it feels like he's right there, standing there watching me. And last night he was really, really close.
Let me check something with your subconscious. What does he want?
I can't imagine.
You know what he wants. What does he want? What's the first thing that comes to your mind? He wants blood. He wants the body. He wants to take you over. And I'm hoping the way that you make him sound... he seems like a pretty energetic, funny guy. And maybe we can find a nice spot for him here on the show.
He's very scraggly and he just kind of stares.
Clammy, you're on Ron Fez.
Yeah, I think all this crazy stuff started happening with Fezzy when he broke up with his girlfriend in Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada.
Another false story. Another false Fez lie. Have you ever said anything true?
Yes, I say things true every day. Constantly saying true things.
Are most of the things you say true?
Yes. I like Fez the Truth Watley.
All right. Do you swear on the Bible? You tell the truth?
Yes.
Is your last name Watley?
For all intents and purposes,
no.
Yes.
Is your last name legally Watley?
Maybe a maiden name.
You've never seen a ghost.
I have seen a ghost. I've seen this ghost twice in my apartment.
Let me just ask, Earl, do you believe him?
I think it's a figment of his imagination.
So you believe that he believes he's seen a ghost, but this is just more of him cracking up.
I think it's like a combination of his subconscious and his maybe the medications that he's on, and a little bit of stress too.
You know what? These are all the things that they say to women in fucking movies right before they're murdered. Oh, it's the stress. Oh, you were dreaming. Let me ask Bronx Johnny, because I know he's got a bullshit detector. Do you think Fezzy has seen a ghost?
I think Fez might be just responding bad to the pills, boss.
Yeah. All right, so right now you're at that point in the movie.
No one believes me.
Where your closest friends do not believe you.
This is the point. This is right before the point in the film where I'm putting a straitjacket screaming, I'm not crazy. Just making myself seem even crazier.
Would you sleep better in a straitjacket?
No, I wouldn't. I need to stretch out some nights.
That's the problem. You're stretching out and acting like a maniac.
I start on my back, I flop over on my belly before the night's over.
After he comes?
Yes.
Ugh. Fernando, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, guys? 1519 here.
Hooah!
Hey, Fezzy, did you check upstairs to see if the bathtub is running?
That's like dark water.
Well, I did have that moment in my apartment a while back, too, where the bathroom on the floor above me leaked into my bathroom.
Into your mouth?
No, into my shower.
Oh! Were you in it at the time?
No, I wasn't. I was sat on the couch, and I'm like, why do I hear water running? I know I wasn't that stupid to just forget to leave and left the sink on in the bathroom. I go in there, water's just pouring through my ceiling.
Fezzy, let's focus. Again, this is the only time you're comfortable if you're talking about you and your phobias and your insecurities and stuff like that. Is this one of those times where you want to be the center of attention with your friends?
No, this is absolutely true. This has happened to me twice now.
True that you like to be center of attention?
No, I hate center of attention.
Earl, have you noticed on this show, the only time that Fez really seems happy is if he's talking about a phobia or a family member or something that's just about him?
Yes, I mean, it just seems to be more about Fez. You know what I mean? It's sort of like, whether it's something health-related or a general thing that he sees on the island or...
No, there's a totally independent thinker, Fez, who thought of the same
black girl
who had the same opinion that I have. This is two different physicians. We barely know each other. I'm going to come up with something for you.
All right.
I'm going to get you security. I've got a gentleman that's going to stay with you and photograph the ghost. Dave, over the next week and a half, 2-3 weeks, I want you at Fez's apartment. And I want you to get a picture of this ghost. Watch him as he sleeps.
That can be done. I believe in him, too, by the way. He's not making
There you go, Fez.
No. He really isn't.
Don Quixote, you have a partner. He wants to follow you around.
I'm just nervous that if I see you during the night and you're paler than the ghost, that I'm going to start screaming again.
I do have a Polaroid and and one of those Kodak.
Things are happening for you.
And a Kodak disposable. So I got two cameras.
It's 1976. Why wouldn't you have those? Here's what I want you to do. Keep an eye out for this ghost. When you and Fez are blowing each other, I want you constantly paying attention. What do I hear? Do I hear a creak or something? Just, even if you got your thumb in his ass, I want you still head on a swivel looking around the room.
There will be no blowing or thumbs, at least till the ghost is caught.
All attention is on the ghost.
Okay.
100%. I'm excited by this challenge, too. I love science and premonitions.
All right, Dr. Venkman, I want you to get over there right now to Roosevelt Island.
Okay.
This is just one of our little toys. They hate when we do this.
You're still very pale, though, Dave.
You're the best one in your row.
I probably wouldn't show up on the Polaroid myself.
I want you to get over there tonight.
Okay.
Armed to the teeth. I want you with guns, knives, whatever you need. I want Fez his bed wrapped in chicken wire while he sleeps. Because no ghost can get through chicken wire.
This ghost is getting closer and closer each time he shows up.
You know that these are the only times that you've woken up. This ghost has done something with you while you slept.
You think so?
Yes. And all of us have talked about, for the last 6 months or so, it seems like your personality's totally changed. You seem more ghosty, as if something is slowly taking over your personality.
Is there ever missing clothes in your apartment that you placed in an area like the night before, and then you wake up next morning and they're not there?
Like a jack rag?
Well, I was thinking more like a socks or something like that, because that happens.
No, I put my belongings away.
So there's never misplaced items, because if it's
you have a jack rag drawer?
If it's a friendly ghost, that's kind of like been proven that
like Casper.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean,
I don't want you coming in with comic book bullshit. This is fucking serious. Fezzy can't sleep at night because he's being raped by a ghost.
There's great shows. There's great shows on Discovery and Travel Network about it, and a lot of ghosts are amiable creatures, and they just will misplace your clothing and stuff. So that's
why would he do that?
It makes no sense. This ghost is fully dressed. He's in a uniform of some sort.
Bill, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, how you doing, fellas?
Yeah.
Fezzy, listen, I got the solution. I think what the problem is you're playing on that pottery craft. I think it's bringing the ghost into the house.
You know what? The thing is, Fez, you take all the love with you. You take all the love with you.
If this ghost was moving a penny, I would know. It's the ghost of Patrick Swayze.
It's an older ghost. Now, here's the weird thing. We're just assuming that's a Roosevelt Island ghost.
Yeah.
Could there be someone in your family? Do you have any old pictures that go back 5, 6, 7 generations? I mean, in your family, what did all the men do? What job did they have?
Fishermen.
No, you told me that your family all came from the Salvation.
Oh, yeah, Salvation Army, yeah.
Yeah.
Some ministers.
What do they wear?
Uniforms.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Fisherman. First time he fucking brings up all this shit. He just yells shit out for no apparent reason.
I went too far back.
I've never, ever heard in my life he comes from a family of fishermen. It's never once come up. And time after time we're talking about.
I haven't known you that long.
Until we try to make sense out of his life.
You're still learning things about me.
Fisherman. There's no fisherman in your family.
The Newfies.
I doubt very much if you're related to a single fisherman. I've tasted your mom's tuna. It's awful.
Oh.
I've never heard of ghosts following people, though, so I'm not sure.
What are you talking about?
Well, by saying that...
Did you ever do, on this show, the guy who came in that was talking to Opie? He says, what's that guy's name?
John Edwards.
John Edwards. He says it never has to do with buildings, in his opinion. It has to do with people.
Oh, really? No, I thought that ghosts had to stay on a certain location. You know, like if someone got murdered, that's where they live for the rest of eternity. Not like, I think there's a difference between...
First of all, it's all pretend anyway. So it doesn't matter where they go. It's like saying that you can't fucking read the Three Bears up the street.
There's a difference between a psychic connection and a premonition, and Fez is experiencing a premonition, a.k.a. a ghost.
You go over there tonight, you get a fucking picture of that ghost.
I will.
Fez, do you have a problem if he stays there tonight?
No, I got no problem.
All right.
All right.
Feed him, too, though, because he's... seriously.
He'll eat me out of house and home.
He'll eat you, all right, but not out of house and home.
He'll eat me out of house and ass.
I need a good meal, too, you know. All I had was like 8 polio string cheeses.
Don't worry.
Yesterday.
Fez comes from a family of fishermen. By the way, Fez, I was at that park where I can see Roosevelt Island the other day, right? There's a guy who, and you know how bad the surf gets. What is it, Hell's Gate right at the top there?
Right, yeah.
Of Roosevelt Island. So I'm watching a guy just drift through there, and he's fishing. So he's hooking something that's just bending. And this is basically almost in front of your apartment. Of course, I'm on the sensible side of the river. You know, I'm not in the middle of the fucking river like a maniac. This guy pulls up a fish that had to be 18, 20 inches long and big around as a log. It was just gigantic. Then he just starts the boat back up, goes to the top of that, and starts to drift back down fishing it again. He was doing it all day long.
I've never seen anyone catch anything. Of all the people that have been fishing out there, I've never watched anyone catch anything.
How can you not? They fish your whole island. You see it constantly.
Yeah, I see people fishing all the time, but I never see anyone reel anything in.
I don't know what to say to you without giving away stuff. 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. Here's Hector. Hector, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Yeah.
You know, this is why I dislike Team Bennington so much, man. Their ghost is lame. Colonel Sanders is visiting there at night, don't say nothing. If it was Team Bennington, if it was Team Wadley, I mean, oh, damn, Bennington, it'd be Jim Morrison or Jimi Hendrix or...
That is a good point. If I was making up a story to try to get airtime, it would be way more exciting. Oh, Marilyn Monroe came into my room last night and blew me. You know, it would be something that the people could get something out of.
Yeah, that's how you know this isn't made up.
No.
This isn't a celebrity ghost. This is a real-life ghost.
No, because your stories tend to be duller. I come from a family of fishermen. Since when do you come from a family of fishermen?
Always.
Ray, you're on Ron and Fez.
What's going on, buddies?
Hey, pal.
What's the movie that come out, I guess, maybe 2 years ago about the lady, maybe late Roman Catholic, where her clock stopped at 3:30 every morning?
Interesting, yeah.
Fez said it was around 3 or 4 that this shit's happening to him.
Yeah.
So maybe he's letting that shit in his house around that time. I don't know. It's just, I wanted to give a call.
All right, good point.
I don't see the point in that whatsoever.
It's the grudge. It's the time. It always happens the same time, between 3 and 4, the witching hour. I want you to pick up some scary movies tonight from Fez's house.
Creep show.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Let's pretend it's not 1983. Let's move beyond your formative years and move into the fact that we have a vast array of stuff we can see, not just films starring Harrison Ford or something from the. What's that squeak? Is that you?
That's my chair. Squeaking.
Kind of eerie, though.
Yeah, it was odd. See what he tries to do? I caught him. He's over there trying to squeak as the show goes on. Joe, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning, Ron, that it could be a future ghost.
Yeah.
And I think, Fez, there's only one way to find out, and it's to check for smoke pants. See you.
See you later. Good point. In the future, people will be wearing smokeless pants. If I'm right about this. James, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey guys, Fez, I don't think you have anything to worry about, buddy. It's not a ghost. My grandmother went through the same thing. You're just hallucinating. It's actually an early sign of menopause.
Having hot flashes, Fez.
I do not think I'm going through the change of life with a ghost in my room. The menopause ghost has come to visit me.
Ethan, you're on Ron and Fez.
Just had a suggestion of a video to take over to Fez's tonight for Eastside Dave.
Good.
White Noise.
White Noise Batman did that film, Fezzy. You're a big fan of his.
Oh, Michael Keaton.
Yeah. Not the real Batman, George Clooney. But this Batman is the... well, he's really fallen apart since he did Batman, right?
Yeah, just absolutely nothing like those Jack Frost movies where he turned into a snowman.
Yeah, that was bad. And then he did Multiplicity where he was multiplied by, so it was 4 of Michael Keaton's on the
awful.
screen.
White Noise, have you seen it, Dave?
No, so that's a great one because I'll be yelping too. Like when me and Fez watched Dark Water.
Were you guys yelping?
I did, and he scolded me and said,
I screamed, I have neighbors. Quit screaming.
Do me this favor. This is the best way to bring him in too, and I know that you're probably initially going to be against this. I want you to smoke some pot tonight. I want you to smoke some weed while you're waiting for it. I want you to have a Ouija board in there, and I don't know whether you've ever killed a chicken before and put the blood around your apartment.
Never.
I got somebody can do it for you. Somebody that understands Santeria.
I actually have done that before.
No, why did you do it?
I was really scared when I was 5, and my grandma just started spreading it over the room.
Chicken blood?
Yep.
Now, what were you afraid of?
It was some dog thing in the corner, but I don't know what it was. I just couldn't sleep, so she just...
Did it help you after she did that?
Yeah, I had like a chicken bone necklace till I was for a good 2 weeks. It started stinking, but whatever.
These religions, Fez, they go back forever. They're mixed with Christianity, some of the African voodoo religions, some of the island stuff. So you're going to be fine with this. Big fucking joint. Big fucking fat joint. Don't... Do me a favor, Dave. Don't get chintzy on this one.
Okay.
I want you blowing shotgun smoke in his face. Fez, take it all in. You need to be as high as hell to bring this ghost out.
I don't see where being high is going to help. I wouldn't mind wearing the chicken bone necklace, but I don't know where the pot's going to help.
No, let's smoke up. This is going to be fun.
It's going to open you up to other things, other worlds. We got some scary movies.
Makes you sharper, the pot.
I agree.
think Mr. B's right. If you're going to go ghost hunting, you really should be a little bit lit, because you're going to see.
You're walking point at that point. Yeah. You're on guard. Things are happening. Josh, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey there, buddies. My idea here was to send a couple of hits of acid over there with Dave this evening. Maybe that would help him out a little bit.
You feel like you want to trip this thing, Fez?
No, I don't want to trip. That is not going to help anything.
That's where your head's at. We can make it happen.
I'm not opposed to it, Mr. W, if that's what you're worried about. I can guide you through it.
Oh, gee, that was the last thing I was worried about.
All right, Fez, put that out of your mind. Dave, dose him.
All right.
I'm right here. I heard you say dose him.
Which one of us said it?
You.
He can't hear us.
I got headphones on. I'm right here in the same room.
Do me a favor. Let me see those headphones.
Here, sing.
Dose him.
I'll put some in his orange juice.
I heard you again.
I thought your headphones were off.
They were off, but I'm still in the same room.
Then why do you wear headphones?
I'm just feet away from you.
This is silly when you think about it, isn't it?
To hear better.
What's wrong with you? Here's Shane. Shane, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy boy.
Hey, originally I called up to back up Eastside on his premonition, but I guess now I have to back him up on the apparition. I was wanting to call and tell Fez that he needs to try electronic voice phenomenon rather than try to catch the ghost at night while he's sleeping. Do a little EVP during the day, ask a few questions, replay it back later, find out what the ghost wants. So, yeah.
Interesting idea, Fezzy.
Yeah, I've never heard of this before.
That is what white noise is about.
Yeah. You're going to watch this movie tonight. High as a fucking kite. Just smoking pot. And probably tripping too, right, Dave?
Absolutely.
I heard you say I'm probably tripping too.
Even when I talk like this out of the side of my mouth?
Yes. Because I'm right here. I'm in your proximity.
All right, tell me what I said then. Fuck you, faggot. Fuck you, faggot.
You said fuck you, faggot. Fuck you, faggot.
You're amazing at this. I mean, I don't know whether I would call it a skill or a gift.
I'm not amazing. I just have ears.
Fez is being visited by a ghost, one that looks like he should be on a cough drop box. I don't know who those guys were. I don't know if they were the brothers.
The Smith brothers, I think?
Yeah, but I don't know whether that was supposed to be them or some Civil War guys, but that's what you feel like you've seen, right?
Yeah, the ghost is bald. He's got scraggly fringe hair coming off the sides of his head and a really long, grayish beard.
All right, let me just say that again. Let me write it down.
All right, he's bald on top.
Mm-hmm.
All right, he's got real scraggly fringe hair that looks real greasy hanging off the sides.
Mm-hmm.
And he also has a really long dark beard, or a grayish dark beard.
Starting to remind me a little bit of like the Moby Dick thing, right?
Yeah.
Or does it look like this? Imaginary? Because there's nothing written there?
No, that is not my ghost. My ghost is real.
Does it look just like this, though?
That is a blank page.
Yes. Is that what you saw? Nothing.
No, I saw something.
I believe you, Fez. I really do. And we're going to get some EPS working and all the things.
Did the ghost say this? Make up a story and become the center of attention. Make up a story and get everyone to worry about you. It's all about you, Fez. All about you.
The ghost was completely silent, if you must know.
If this works out tonight with Dave, I'm assigning him to be a roommate.
Oh, yes.
Because you're not good alone. I'm going to do the same thing for you I had to do for my grandmother. Move somebody in. It's either him or a Jamaican like I did with my grandmother.
Just until the ghost is gone.
Seriously, you want me to move a Jamaican in there? I'll fucking do it.
Do not move a Jamaican in my house. We won't have anything in common.
Pot. Thomas, you're on Fez.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I think that's either the Green Reaper or he's got to switch his medications, man. Get off that estrogen therapy. What do you think?
I'm not on estrogen therapy.
Make up a story and become the center of attention. Everybody will look at you.
That's not my ghost. This happened twice to me now.
Mm-hmm. Both times made up.
Both times at 3 o'clock in the morning?
Well, instead of doing this, why not just ask Dave to come over? He'd come by, wouldn't you, Dave?
Yeah. I love going, but I've only been there once, and I haven't been invited back.
Pick up the scary movies.
Okay. White Noise.
White Noise is the first one. I want you to have 7, because I want them on TV at all times, so if Fez wakes up, you're in there with him. I want you in Fez's room at night. I want you in the other room.
All right. I'll bring the movie 7. That would be fun to watch.
You've got to stay up, too. I can't wake up in the middle of the night with the ghosts and see you just sleeping on a futon.
Well, just between 3 and 4 a.m. I have to be up.
Right.
Okay.
That's the main time. He's got to be up. Set the clock for 3 o'clock.
Okay. And the last time you came over, you made a huge mess.
Shit.
No, he snacks, and then I look, and where he's sitting, there's like an entire another bowl's worth of snacks crumbs underneath where he was sitting.
And jizz?
I don't think there was any jizz.
Oh, you couldn't make him.
Didn't try.
Peter, you're on Fez. Where's that old man?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey.
Hey, I got a spell that you can cast in your apartment, Fez, to get rid of this ghost. Foolproof spell.
What is it?
You gotta get 2 goat heads, surround them by coconuts and poison ivy, 2 unsmoked cigars, 1 smoked cigar, a half a bottle of rum, and some sardines. And
All
then
right.
you jump up and down and scream and yell, and the ghost will go away.
What if you guys just listen to Goat's Head Soup tonight by the Stones?
Be a lot easier than trying to get actual goat's heads.
I'm starving. We got any kind of goat meat or anything, Earl?
Just ran out.
Fuck.
Who ate the last of the goat?
We'll be right back. Ron and Fez Show. Fez, picture of you and your ghost. I guess, I told you I'd set everything up. It's on yours right now if you go to Fez 2000 AOL, your little place in the world. And I guess this picture is going to go up on ronfez.net. But we are keeping an eye. Fezzy claims he has a ghost. I got an email from a Ghostbuster today, too, Fezzy, who says he's 100% serious and wants to be there for you.
Oh, that's cool. So right now, I would like to make contact with the ghost instead of screaming every time I see him and making him disappear.
All right, did Eastside Dave stay at your house last night?
No, he did not.
All right, so that's yet another thing he lied to me about. So it's really starting to stack up. All right, 866-RON-0-FEZ, 866-RON-0-FEZ. President's back from Iraq, right?
Yeah, he is back and walking tall for some reason.
Did he get that kill he was looking for? I know he said he wanted to take down an insurgent himself.
Did not pick off an insurgent. He was hoping to. All right, I see the picture of me and my ghost.
I guess this is why you were sleeping, huh?
Yeah, that's not my bed. Those are not my flowered blankets. And the ghost is Casper, smiling and waving over my fat head.
Is that what it looked like, though?
No, it didn't look anything like that. And for some reason, that's not my bedroom. I don't sleep on just a mattress. I have an actual bed that contains the mattress and box spring.
I thought that thing looked was like a tweaker pad you had going on, just guys laying all over the place.
It does look like a flop house there. So this will be going up on ronfez.net. Do not believe your eyes, people. Let me ask this question. Where do you go when you really need to think?
Think Town. I take a vacation to a place I call Think Town.
I don't think Think Town really exists.
Let me think about that.
I know what I do is I always have to be in the shower to think.
Mm-hmm.
That's where that's where I'm able to do it. And sometimes if I have something that
Should I get a little shower on this show? Should I put a little shower in the corner and let you stand in there?
I think the water running would probably distract people. But I know a lot of times what I'll do is I'll have this little bench that I take in there, and I will actually sit in the shower to think.
You have a shower bench?
Yeah, it's just this plastic bench that I have. I guess it's kind of like a little step stool or something. But I can sit on it, so when I'm in the shower and I want to do some thinking, I just spend time doing that. Sitting down in there.
Sitting on your grandma's shower bench. I didn't think healthy people sat down in the shower. I thought that was really done by people in wheelchairs.
Well,
why don't you get one of those things where you just take the hose and put it all around you? You ever have like a hotel room that has the handicapped shower? Even like it's like the last hotel room that they have. And when you use it, you feel terrible. You feel like, oh, God, I'm glad this isn't me.
Well, for me, it's just for more thinking time. Just so I can take a load off. Helps me think a little better.
You'll actually shit in the shower?
No, I won't shit in there.
I thought you said you dropped the load.
No, take a load off. Just sit down for a while.
Wipe your ass with the shower spray?
No, it has nothing to do with shitting.
No, I never heard of anybody with a shower bench.
I was just wondering where anyone else goes to do their thinking at.
For me, if I'm in the city, I'll go to Central Park, and if I'm in the Forest Hills area, there's this really cool, quiet section where the private houses are, and it's one of the last green areas.
You'll just go there and faint?
I won't go there and faint. I'll just go there to get my head together and think about things.
All right. Dan, you're on Run Fez.
Hey, that bench, that Fezzy, is that from Toot Shorts?
No, it's not a Toot Short bench. Just a regular plastic bench that I take in there. For when I really want to enjoy a long shower.
I gotta tell you the truth, I never heard of such a thing. Randy, you're on Run Fez.
Big S307, buddies.
Hey, buddy. It's buddy Randy. Hey, Randy.
But I want to know what Fez was thinking about when Dad was hosing him down in the backyard.
That was a horrible story from my youth where we went to the beach and my dad was hosing me down, had me stripped naked on the driveway, and was hosing me down to get the sand off of me.
What were you thinking about that day?
Just when will this end?
Wayne, you're on Run of Fez.
Ronnie, when did you move Fez into a nursing home? I think they call those things shower chairs, not benches.
I think he's got a shower chair, and it's very unusual.
Is it?
Yeah.
I really wouldn't want to be anywhere in that house. There's probably things locked in the closet that no one ever wants to know about.
Yeah, I know.
Reminds me of that guy in that movie, What About Bob? You know, he's always got an issue.
It's always something odd. And the shower bench adds to it. Here's Pitsy.
My grandmother, who's 88 in a wheelchair, uses a shower chair, so I don't know why Fez needs one. If he can get around on his own.
I'm not using a shower chair. I'm just relaxing, sitting in a steamy shower. It's basically like I've turned my shower into a steam room.
Why don't you run a bath then?
Why don't you just go to a steam room with the other most? Give a fucking reach around.
Because I like the running water. I like the shower running in there.
I thought you would like cum running up and down your fucking forehead.
That's not going to help me think.
Well, that's nice. Get me my shower bench. Granny's got some thinking to do. Why, fucking Earl's walking around a butterfly garden. You know what you motherfuckers ought to do? Think wherever you're at the time. Then this show would be popping. Why do you gotta go to a physical fucking place?
No, because it's always busy and crazy. And
why don't you do this? Busy and crazy. You're fucking laying down at a goddamn meeting. What do you know about crazy? You know where I go to get away from Earl feigning? Here's Stink Bomb. Stink Bomb, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
No, that's Radio Shark, Ron. Stop acting like an Upper Darby douchebag.
Upper Darby, home of the Tower Theater.
Yeah, Radio Shark.
Are you clothed when you're thinking in the shower?
No, I'm in the shower. I'm not wearing anything.
All right, you didn't specify.
I don't think I should have to specify that I have clothes on in the shower.
Kevin, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, Ronnie, I want to know if Fez turns the bench upside down before he sits on it. See ya.
That would make absolutely no sense whatsoever. I try to share a part of myself here.
Here's how it makes sense, Fez. He's saying that the bench goes up your asshole in a homosexual masturbation type way.
Oh, well, no, I don't do that. I don't think that needs to be explained, but I don't do it.
Well, here's the thing. It's odd for people to understand another healthy man taking a chair into the shower.
Just to enjoy the steam and the running water. I don't see where it's
Why can't you stand up while you're having running water and a steam? Everybody takes long showers. No one feels the need to carry a fucking chair in there before they're 89 years old.
You wouldn't stand up in a sauna and march around. And it just helps my thinking process, if I can sit.
You fucking go and sit in that fucking shower and then tell me something you thought of. What are the big breakthroughs you've had, Einstein? What theories have you come out of the grandma's shower with?
I don't think it's anything really world-changing.
Here's Facefuck. You're on the Ron and Fez show.
Face. Does Fezzy mean
face?
I think he means bathhouse.
No, it's at my house. I could never go into a shower that's not in my own home. I'm not going to be able to shower in front of people.
You couldn't shower in a hotel?
Well, if I'm by myself, yeah, I'm going to be able to do that. But no sort of public shower.
Oh, wait, maybe you go into a public shower by yourself. Didn't you always tell us you took a shower in gym when you were a kid?
I did, and I hated it. Hated every second of it.
Having a hard-on in there, didn't want to get caught. Sitting in there with fucking wood and tears in your eyes, looking at the other kids. Greg, you're on Run and Fez.
Fezzy, maybe you'd enjoy a nice steamy bath at the Equinox gyms.
The Equinox gyms in New York City, that's where the janitors are suing the gym chain, saying that those things are nothing more than gay sex clubs and that they're having to clean up the splooge and everything else afterwards. And they really don't feel it's in their job description to have to clean up that mess. I kind of see it from their point of view.
These same guys scrub shit out of toilets. What do they fucking care? Chase, you're on Fez.
Hey, I was just wondering what kind of space-age plastic Fez is using to support the big bowl of gravy in the shower. See ya!
It's just a normal plastic stool/bench.
Everyone's grandmother has one after her hip injury.
You know, the other day in the apartment, I saw a ghost again.
Just stop now. Just seriously. After today's show, the weirdness, just fucking no mas is what I'm yelling to you.
Okay.
Where'd you see the ghost? When you're sitting on your fucking shower bench?
No.
Could Earl or Dave be the weirdo of the show? Is that a possibility?
I guess so. I'll just try to keep these inner thoughts to myself.
Go ahead and tell us.
This one was, you know, I've seen a ghost in my apartment before, in my bedroom. It was like an old man ghost. This one was a completely different ghost walking across my living room. This one was like a younger guy. It was a black guy, and it walked clear across my living room when I saw it.
You're being 100% serious.
Yeah, I totally saw this. And it freaked me out, you know, because I had woken up, I was getting ready to walk out in the living room, and I saw it. And it totally freaked me out. And again, I always say I'm not going to scream when I see the ghost, but I did again, and the ghost is gone.
What time of the day was this?
It was probably about 4 or 5 a.m. Probably about that time.
You got to be fucking sleepwalking. You're coming out of a sound sleep, right?
Yeah.
And you see a ghost.
But I'm up.
You're dreaming. You haven't fucking totally woken up.
I'm up and out of my bed. I think I'm in a haunted building.
Honestly, Fez, I don't know how much fucking longer I can keep you out on the streets. I really don't. Every story that comes out is more crazy and pathetic than the one before. God knows I've done everything to keep your fucking head above water. I'm going to say this. I know because no one else is going to say it first. I've been acting like a goddamn saint with you. A goddamn saint. A martyr, if you will. And you keep getting crazier and crazier. I'm at a loss for fucking words. I tried to talk to Earl about it, but he fainted on me. Dave's fucking hopped up on NyQuil. I'm fucking tired of this Barney Miller act. I can't sit here and be in this fucking circus of crazies.
See, I think it's probably more common than you know. I don't see where I'm actually that quite mad.
You're sitting on a shower bench watching a black ghost jacking off in your fucking living room. There's something wrong with you. And it's not getting better.
When you put it all together like that, yeah, I'm going to start to sound crazy.
Rick, you're on Run Fez. Hey, brother.
Hey, I was wanting to ask Fez if an orderly come with his old man's shower chair.
That's probably the black guy that you see walking around. He's wearing a white fucking outfit. And he helps you in and out of the shower.
I don't have an orderly or even a disorderly.
I don't know what to do anymore. I'm at the end of my fucking rope. I feel like a guy who's been taking care of his grandmother for so long that when she comes out of the shower with her saggy tits telling him that black ghosts have broken into her fucking house and have been taking her Oreos, I just want to put a pillow on over your head, fucking remember the way you used to be, and smother the life out of you.
Do not smother me, please. I'm going to beg you on that one. And if you keep talking like this, people are going to think I'm crazy.
Well, and I'm being fucking serious. What do you care? You now believe you'll just walk the fucking earth like the ghost in your apartment. You know why you see ghosts in your apartment?
No, why?
Because you never have any real people in there. You're fucking staying in that goddamn apartment too much, sitting down in the shower. You vacuum 16, 17 hours a day. You told Dave that you have fun doing housework.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that I do. That's one way I kill the time. I don't mind doing that.
Kill the time? You're supposed to be fucking living. You're not here on this planet to kill time. This isn't the fucking DMV. It's your life, Fez. This is the prize. that the universe has offered you. I can't promise you eternal life, but I'm telling you you're alive now. Take this fucking time. Because no heavenly reward will forgive you for wasting the dawn, my friend. And this is it.
I think I'm enjoying this life and just trying to keep it clean at the same time. I don't think where the two are mutually don't go together.
Mutually don't go together. Get in the shower and think this one over, my friend. Oh, God. Hey, Brian, you're on Fez.
Hi, this is Brian Nashville.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated by Fez's ghost stories. I want to hear more, unlike you, Ron.
All right, go ahead and tell them all. Tell them all, Fezzy. Brian wants to hear. Brian, I'm going to stoke the fire here. I'll get a campfire going. I'll make some hot chocolate. We'll put on some spooky music, and Fez will tell us his ghost stories.
Well, I just told the last one, and it's only happened, this is the third time it's happened. The first time it was a ghost, it was an old man.
Wait, was it a dark and scary night?
It was a dark night. Mm-hmm. It wasn't scary till the ghost got there. Then what happened was the ghost appears. I kind of come to in my bed, and I see the ghost there. And it's an old man with a long white beard in some sort of blue uniform. So I see him.
Yankee?
No, kind of like a...
It was Stonewall Jackson.
It could have been.
It's gonna be a march later to the coast.
And he was standing there staring at me. I scream, and the ghost disappears. Then what happens is the next time, probably 3-4 weeks later, I see the ghost again. But this time, when I see it, the face of the ghost, same ghost, right up against my face. I mean, we are almost nose to nose. That ghost disappears, and then I just had the third sighting, which is the black man ghost, the tall black man ghost that I saw walking across my living room.
Was it Manute Bull?
I don't think he was that tall.
How tall would he be?
I'd say he's probably like 6'2", 6'3".
Mm-hmm. How old?
I would say probably mid-30s, and bald with a goatee.
Hey, Chris, you're on Fez.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah.
Hey, I want to ask Fezzy how he saw the ghost if it was a black man. See ya!
Well, I could see the form of the guy. Yeah, he was definitely a black guy.
I'm going to go out on a limb here, Fezzy, and say that these are just fantasies that you have while you're jacking off. That you're jacking off thinking about these different guys, and then you get panicked and say that they're ghosts.
I wish it was that simple of an explanation.
Rob, you're on Fez.
Hey, what's up, Ronnie?
Yeah.
Hey, Fez, is your TV still in your living room?
Yeah, I got my TV. The ghost did not...
No way it could be a black ghost then.
The ghost did not raid my apartment. I was not robbed.
Maybe the TV was on. Let me ask you this, Fez. This black ghost that you saw, was he chasing a pickup truck with his friends in it, but he couldn't get into it? Because you might have been looking at Rerun on TV.
It was not Rerun. It was not Freddie Stubbs.
Could he pop and move?
He was moving pretty fast across the living room.
God. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do anymore. I wanted Earl to be the crazy one. I said to myself today, Earl's going to be the nut job. Fezzy saw Earl being crazy and thought, I've got to go even lower here. I got Dave hopped up on fucking Dayquil, who hasn't made sense in 3 fucking days. Who literally hasn't shown up, even though he's physically been here. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's next for me. Can't be this. There's got to be more. There's got to be a fucking place for me in this crazy mixed up world. This can't be my life.
Your place is here with us.
What did I do wrong? What did I fucking do wrong that this is my place? How did I fuck up? Susan, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, I just wanted to let Fezzy know that instead of doing his peanut butter and jelly when he moves into an apartment, burn some sage. That'll get rid of those spirits.
Have you ever burned some sage?
No.
Turn the page?
Roll of sage. Yes, and that's supposed to get rid of those spirits.
Yeah.
All right, I'll have to start burning some sage in there, I guess.
Yeah, because that's what a sensible fucking person would do. That's what a fucking person who didn't believe in superstitions would do. They would burn sage. Brian, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, boys, I love your show. Fezzy, my grandfather had a heart attack, and after that, he was seeing ghosts left and right and died a year after.
Oh, well, that's not helping me any. That's nothing to look forward to.
I'm just telling you, he said it was mostly black men and white small children he was seeing.
So he has a heart attack, he gets a little closer to the other side, and starts seeing spirits from there.
That's what happened. And his favorite movie is Poltergeist for some reason. I don't know.
Maybe he's just paying too much attention to it.
Possibly. See you guys.
Thanks for the call, Brian. There's something going on in that apartment. I'm basically at Spook Central.
Jody, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how you doing? At the risk of getting yelled at by Ron, I just wanted to tell Fez that my mom had similar stuff happen to her, and then she moved, and she started looking up different things, and now she believes it was an alien that would come into her house.
Where did she look it up that they showed you that aliens come into your house?
She moved to Sedona, which is like a really new age place.
Hey, I've been to Sedona.
Yeah, she moved out there, and so she saw this one black...
The weird thing is when I went to Sedona, they would burn sage and put it on you.
Oh, yeah. I've been at a wedding where they do that. It's weird stuff. I'm not a tree hugger or anything like that. Like, I was just raised by one. But, yeah, she saw a black guy in her room standing over her, and then he turned into, like, a cloud of smoke, and he walked out through a wall, and now she thinks it's called a reptilian. It's a type of alien. Plus, she also gets visited by spirit guides and stuff, so she would tell Fezzy that he should try and find quiet and see what message they're trying to tell him if they're getting in his face.
See, my goal is to stay quiet when I see the ghosts, but I'm usually so startled by it, I usually let out with a scream or something, and the ghost just disappears. I would love to have a conversation with one of these things. Just to see what he's doing there.
Doug, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ronnie, I miss Sane Fez. How about you?
It's been so long. It literally has been so long.
I just got to say, but Ronnie, you're a hell of a man, and we all have our crosses to bear, and yours, well, you have a queen. But I think it's really time to really start up the Ron and Rap show again.
I don't think we can stay out of prison with that fucking show. I'm going to tell you the truth. And I'm ready, Fezzy, to start getting high again. I got to have a drink. I can't fucking do this show every day without drinking. I got to have a cocktail for myself.
Well, that's not going to be good for anybody.
I know, it won't be, but at least I'll be relaxed. I'll fucking sit there and I'll deal with my own demons. You got your ghost. You're sitting in the fucking shower. It'll be me and fucking, me and the Tillamordu trying to fucking figure out our futures together. Because I'm telling you right now, it's too wacky. I mean, first of all, I'm a saint. I'm Ronnie the Saint from this point on. I fucking call the Catholic Church and tell them to put me up for sainthood. I'm not waiting until I die. I'm not waiting for 3 fucking miracles. Just fainting goat, kilt boy, and Fez's final breakdown. I gotta be up for sainthood.
I gotta probably start and try to control some of the nuttiness going on. Or maybe keep it to myself a little bit more.
Jason, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's going on, buddies?
Hey.
I'm just curious why Fez has to be such a racist and call that ghost a spook.
True. You called the black ghost a spook. First of all, I'd like to apologize to you, Earl, and to the ghost.
White people are so scared of black people.
Thank you, Ronnie.
I think all ghosts are called spooks. It doesn't matter what color they are.
I thought all blacks were called spooks. And CIA agents.
But that doesn't make them all ghosts. NBC is updating The Bionic Woman as a new series, bringing that back to network television. So I guess we'll have, that was the show that had Jamie Summers in it as the Bionic Woman, Lindsay Wagner, in the 1970s. Is there any TV show you'd like to see get a TV do-over? I would like to see Lost in Space come back as a new TV series. You would think, that with the technology that they have, they could make a really cool series about that one more time.
Why don't you watch Medium and Ghost Whisperer? Those would be the two perfect things for you. I'm going to get you TV that you watch in the shower. You can sit down. I'll get you a fucking lounge chair in there. You sit down. You put your feet up. I turn the water on. And hopefully you're drowned.
I think you may be just trying to electrocute me.
Now, I want to just remind people of Dark Water, the movie Dark Water. The fucking woman stayed in the shower as the fucking ghost water ran on her, and she saw ghosts in her apartment, and it was Roosevelt Island. 3 things that Fez claims he's doing now. If you fucking like Fez, or even don't like Fez, rent the movie Dark Water. That's Fez's neighborhood. It's where he lives, and it's the experiences he's having every day.
It's starting to turn into the story of my life.
Why doesn't Fez maybe just think of getting a roommate? I mean, I've offered before. I live by myself.
You know what? I'm going to say it for you. You move in. You and Claire move in with him.
Okay.
And don't worry about rent. All I want you to do is to make sure he doesn't swallow his tongue.
I'll absolutely do that. I'll sleep in the same room with him.
I want you to have a pen ready to stick it in his mouth like a hero and stop him from swallowing his tongue.
We could be bunk buddies, and it'll be fine.
And when he sees a ghost, just act like you chased it away. I'll give you a magic broom that you can chase the ghost away with.
I'd be happy to do that.
Ron and Fez Show.
I'm wondering about this, if anyone knows about ghosts in New York City. Because I have had a couple sightings in my apartment on Roosevelt Island.
I know a little bit about it, Fez. They don't exist, and they're made up.
You don't seem like much of an expert there.
Yeah, I am. I am an expert. I'm an expert in the fact that I don't think that you're seeing ghosts. You swear that you see them, right?
Yes, I swear. And it's happened 3 times now. The first 2 times was the same ghost that I saw in my apartment.
Yeah.
This was like an old man in some sort of blue uniform, and he had a long white beard. Saw him twice in my bedroom. Then the 3rd time, the most recent time, was a younger, very large black man walking across my living room.
I think these are probably less ghosts and more lovers that you're trying to push out of your mind.
They are not lovers. Not get that idea in people's heads.
All right, I didn't mean to. I'm just saying. Normally, if you see guys in your apartment, old sugar daddies and then young studs, they're going to be something you're trying to forget about.
I'm going to do better than the old crusty captain.
I don't know. I don't know if you can or not. I don't believe in ghosts. Where are you on this one, Earl?
I don't believe in them, not at all, because it just seems too crazy. Your spirit goes one place, it doesn't walk around trying to find where it wants to go. You know what I mean?
I understand. There's no such thing as heaven. Fez, I will say this. If there were going to be ghosts anywhere, they would be on your little island there, that Roosevelt Island. That place feels kind of ghosty. And then they did that ghost movie about it, Dark Water.
Yeah, if anyone has seen the movie Dark Water, it's not. I don't think it's as creepy as that movie, but there's a creepiness about it. There was an insane asylum on Roosevelt Island. There was smallpox hospitals there. I think Typhoid Mary was there at one point.
Ever any good days out there?
Not a lot. Not in the past history.
And then it actually used to be called Welfare Island, where they used to just make poor people go there, right?
Yeah, just go live on Welfare Island.
So when you're going over the 59th Street Bridge and you look south, those ruins, what was that exactly?
I think that was the old sanitarium. I think that was the mental institution.
No, the mental institution was further up where they built those new apartments.
Oh, okay.
What was the name of that place?
The Octagon.
Yeah, that's the Octagon was the old mental institution. You were looking down at the old smallpox island. That's what you see there. Brandon, you're on Run and Fez.
Hey guys, what's up?
Yeah.
I want to kind of back Fez up on this because I'm like really into weird New Jersey, and I didn't believe in ghosts at all. I thought it was BS, basically.
Yeah.
And I started reading this book, and I got interested, and I went to a bunch of these places, and I like believe now. It's so crazy, like what this does to you.
What made you believe? You read a book called Weird New Jersey.
Yeah, and I went to this place called Devil's Tree. It was supposed to be like this KKK hangout thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, the spirits there, I mean, it's not just like seeing them, it just totally like takes you out. It like knocks you out, basically.
You basically feel them. Now, I do believe about New Jersey. Supposedly, in New Jersey, Bon Jovi is wandering around there at nights, and other people have seen him.
Well, he's not a ghost. He's just very, very pale.
Still. John, you're on the run, Fez.
Yes. You know why? Roosevelt Island?
Yeah.
It definitely is, because we worked over in Roosevelt Island as contractors.
Uh-huh.
You want to know something? We worked there at night. Definitely there are ghosts over there.
Because of all the horrible things that happened there over the years?
Absolutely there are.
Yeah. A lot of people, when they go to Roosevelt Island, that's the little island in the middle of the East River, you can take the tram there, the Roosevelt Island tram, they get a little weirded out. They feel a little strange.
Yeah, there's been a lot of misery on that island, a lot of people suffering.
And then just in your apartment, alone. And yet you'll wake up in the middle of the night, and you'll see these things. It sounds like you see someone in a uniform.
Yeah. The first time I saw this guy, he was an old guy in a uniform, kind of bald, big white beard, blue uniform, and he was standing across the room from me. And he was.
Now, did he look like a person?
Yeah, he totally looked like a person, with arms and legs and a head and everything.
Have you ever watched Scooby-Doo, Fezzy? There is always logic to the end of this. I think they're trying to drive you out of there so they can build the big amusement park.
And then the second time I saw this same ghost, his face was real close to mine, like maybe an inch away from mine, in my bedroom. And I just screamed out loud. Then the third one, a young black man, tall black man, going through my living room.
That may have been Patrick Ewing. If I had to guess...
I'm never going to get lucky enough to get a famous ghost in there.
You got lucky, all right. Joe, you're on Fez.
Listen, I got a little ghost story for you.
Sure.
My father works for New York City Housing, and he had to go take pictures in a basement of an old building that used to be like the cancer ward for an old hospital.
Right.
In the Bronx. And he didn't see anything in the room, obviously. It's a little like basement with a staircase. So he took pictures. He got the pictures back, and I saw this. I swear to God, there was a girl in the picture sitting on the steps.
All right, I would love to see this.
Yeah, it was the freakiest thing.
Because I'm going to tell you the truth, Fez. I'm not a believer.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not. Why would I be? I live in a world of logic.
Well,
I live on the planet Earth.
There's people that have seen these things. I've seen these things.
I've never run into a bright person who's seen these, though. I've never run into somebody who they're like, hey, I can't believe it. It's always like, I can't believe it. There's a ghost up there. There's a ghost up there.
Is that what I sound like to you?
A little bit. Sometimes you do sound that way. It does seem like you, and I know that you're a little panicky anyway.
Yeah, I understand that.
You're a light sleeper.
And my problem is every time, I get up, I'm startled by these ghosts.
Yeah.
I've yelled at them before, thinking somebody was in my apartment, and then they're just gone. So it's like I never keep my wits about me enough to have a conversation with these ghosts and see exactly what they're doing there in my apartment.
You ever see the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man coming by? Because
No.
you might be just looking in the mirror then, if that's it.
That's rude and rude.
Here's Tony on Fez.
Good evening, gentlemen.
How are you?
Oh, good. Fezzy, you probably did see ghosts. A lot of the islands in Manhattan were used as prisoner of war camps during the Civil War. So it could be something left over from that. But they definitely exist. I've seen them myself.
Say that old guy with the beard. He could be a prisoner of war, and he doesn't think his term's up. His sentence is up.
Why would he be a prisoner of war? He's wearing a blue coat. We're in New York.
Well, during the Civil War, they've used those islands as camps and prisons.
Maybe he was a traitor.
Very, very possibly. You ever see balls of light in your apartment?
No, I've never seen balls of light.
I'm sure he has some kind. And I'll just leave it at that. It ain't of light that he's seen, but there's other things he's got an inkling for. Right up close.
All right.
All right, thanks, Tony.
Very good.
All right, take care. All right, Tony believes in you, Fez.
Thank you. I'll take Tony's support.
I am not a person who believes. Hey, Manny, you're on Ron and Fez.
Ron, Fez, love your show.
Thanks, bro.
Fez, I got to tell you, I believe you because I worked on Roosevelt Island, and one day I was working, and I heard somebody say to me, hey, by my name at that, what are you doing? And I turn around, I'm doing this, and I turn around, and nobody's there. It was the freakiest thing. And
So they say, hey, Manny, what are you doing?
What do I do? Yeah, no, Bill, what are you doing? And it freaked me out. It freaked me out, and I thought it was one of my coworkers playing a joke on
I'm
me.
sure it was. Now that I hear about it, I'm sure you came in a little high that day, and everybody had fun at your expense.
I've never been called by name by my ghost.
Nothing for nothing. You go to Roosevelt Island, it's so gray and cold.
It is.
Crazy.
It's the same weather as the rest of the city. It's not like you went to Iceland.
I'm going to tell you right now, check it. I bet you're a good 7 degrees colder over there in the summer and winter.
That's just
the water on both sides of
You
the
got
island.
water on both sides. It's like a natural air conditioning unit.
That's exactly what it is. All right, guys. Love you
All right,
guys. Be
thank
good.
you.
Yeah, but he acts like it's Transylvania, that as soon as you step off the tram, you see lightning bolts over the castle.
No, but I saw seals up there. There's seals in that area. And big deer out there on Roosevelt Island.
It's not it's just in the East River.
I just don't I don't fall for it. And the fact that you were sleeping and then woke up and saw it also, I'm a little suspect.
Yeah, but I was awake when it happened. I was up
but-
and out of my bed.
But you weren't wide awake. You know what I'm saying, Fez? You weren't been up all night.
I'll admit that.
A lot of times when you wake up from a dream, you think you're awake, but you still see like dream objects in front of you. You're a little bit on the scary side. You frighten easy. Here's Tom. Tom, you're on Ron and Fez.
My girlfriend is Filipino.
Right.
And she
Nice.
they live in Bloomfield. And they're like very religious, her and her son. And they swear that there's a ghost in their house, and they swear that they both have seen it.
Yeah.
And they have a family friend that's a priest that travels a lot, and he stays with us whenever he's in the area. And he also tells me that there is a ghost in the house.
I notice there's a lot of third world types tend to believe in ghosts, Fezzy. A lot of Haitians are into it. The Cubans believe. And, of course, the Filipinos believe in everything like that.
It's the island cultures, like me. Like Roosevelt Island.
Yeah, except for their islands are livable.
Oh.
Yours, on the other hand, you got to by tram.
I don't even...
A lot of those people have fallen out of trams, the ghosts that you're running into.
I don't want to hear that. Sometimes I got to take that tram.
Manny, turn around, Manny. Did a ghost ever use turn around and say, turn around, bright ice?
No.
Every now and then I get a little bit. Michael, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys, what's going on?
Hey, how are you?
Ron, I agree with you 100%, buddy.
Finally, somebody.
You hear these guys, I saw ghosts, they all sound like they're either coming off a high or they need to get high again.
Right.
They're out of their mind. And Fez, I think it's maybe your subconscious that you're seeing. I think maybe you did a little wrong back in the day, coming back to bite you a little bit, maybe.
How is this my past haunting me? It's an old man in an old uniform. It makes no sense from my past.
How old are you? That you remember the Civil War so well. You know what I'm saying, Fez? Like something could have happened down there when you were, you're from Florida.
Yes, but I'm not. This guy looks like he's right out of the mid-1800s. There's no way I have anything to do with him.
Maybe it's Virgil Caine, and it's the whole night they drove old Dixie down. Why don't you play that? Just hit it every time he comes in.
I'll just try to have it ready.
Sure. There's something wrong on that island that you're on, though. Tammy, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, guys. How you doing?
Don't worry about us. How you doing, Tammy?
Okay. All right. When I was growing up, I was probably about 16 years old. Me and my cousin, we used to sleep in the same room together. And
Nice.
different beds.
Hey,
Different beds.
let me hear the story I want to hear. You tell the story you want to tell, all right?
Exactly. Okay, but we both woke up one night, and it was
Naked?
probably... No.
Okay. Go ahead.
We were teenagers.
Mm.
But it was probably about a month after my grandfather had passed away.
Right.
So when we both woke up, something woke us up. We looked down at the edge of the bed, and there was our grandfather standing there looking at us. We both saw this, but the clincher is he had no eyes. Now, I couldn't understand why this ghost figure of what it was standing there and he had no eyes. I found out from my grandmother when I talked to her that when he died, he gave his eyes to science, which nobody in the family knew.
I am so creeped out right now.
All right, well, hold on, Fezzy. You're saying...
Swear to God.
All right, let's just get through this. When you give your eyes to science, right?
Right.
You can't have them on the other side. You go around blind forever, like Stevie Wonder, going like this. Why? Why did I give my eyes away?
Why did we see that? I definitely saw it, and my cousins saw it. We didn't,
Damn.
make it up.
I'm going to tell you a little story. Your dad came in, your grandfather came in your room, but it was long before he died.
No.
All right? Yeah.
No.
All right, honey. Talk to you later.
Thanks. Bye.
All right, bye-bye. You see what you sound like now, Fez? And it always comes down to this. Then he had no eyes. Later we find out they had scooped his eyes out and gave him to science. You believe that? Do you believe that? You don't want to sound like those people.
Now, every Thanksgiving, in my dreams, I get visited by my dead grandmother. She comes to visit me in my dreams every Thanksgiving.
Would she bring you stuffing?
No.
Here's your favorite cranberries.
She's not bringing me any stovetop. She just comes and visits me in my dream.
Stovetop? That's what you ate when you were a kid, you poor bastard. You poor, pathetic thing.
Yeah, we had stovetop.
Why don't you teach your mom how to cook?
There's no teaching her. That woman's the worst cook ever.
Well, that's probably the problem right now. That's probably a big problem for you. You've had an awful life, and it's catching up to you when you're trying to sleep. Chuck, you're on Run and Fez. It's simple, Fez.
Hi, Ron and Fez. Enjoy the show.
Yeah, that's good.
I've lived in a haunted house, and I am not a dummy, an immigrant, or a stoner.
All right.
And I have people that have verified it because they experienced it as well. Things were falling over. There was a little kid that ran around the house. Things were broken. There was a cat that would run around the house going crazy. It was nuts, man.
Was the little kid in your family, or he was?
No, it was some kid, little kid that you run across the room out of the corner of your eye.
All right, so you never really saw him.
I saw it out of the corner of my eye, and then stuff was getting knocked over that was solidly on a shelf would fall over and break. And the upstairs, there would be this pounding noise upstairs at night.
That's how it is around me, too.
And I tell you what, if it was just me, I'd tell you about my schizophrenic episode. But it was like 4 or 5 people that visited the house over the course of the 7 months I lived there that experienced the same stuff. So the place was definitely haunted.
I'm convinced.
But you've had mental problems in the past, right, Chuck?
Oh, no. I'm pretty balanced.
All right, buddy. I'll admit this. You do sound like a normal person. I can't seem to find any holes in your story. Fez, the old man that you saw and the black man.
Right. And
I don't know how you're black and a ghost at the same time. Because are you see-through?
They're kind of wispy-like. They're ghost-like, but I can see colors.
Hold on. Let's go through this word. Wispy.
Yeah.
You just used.
Right.
I'm going to say the first time in your life. Because I don't even think it's a word.
I don't get a lot of opportunity to use it.
I know there's Will-o'-the-Wisp. And other than that, does it. So what do you mean wispy?
Ghost-like, where they're like...
You say a ghost-like I see them.
Well, like
Like Casper?
Yeah. Like the guy, the black guy, ghost, the second ghost that went across my living room.
Yeah.
He went right through the wall. He just kept on going right across the living room and out the wall.
Why?
I don't know what he was there for. Maybe he was looking to haunt some other apartment and was just going through mine.
Was he going like this? I want my cake. My cake.
No, he didn't say anything. He just kind of looked at me and then turned his head and went back about his business of leaving.
Do me a favor. You run into a ghost missing their eyes, tell him Tammy still loves him.
I'll try to remember that. I see a ghost without his eyes. I am really freaking then.
What if you saw eyes without a face? Call Billy Idol immediately.
Let's see if I can get him on the phone.
Michael, you're on Run and Fez.
Listen, I'll try to make it as quick as possible. I rented this apartment this was years ago in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And, strange things would happen. I remember waking up in the middle of the night and hearing the dishes, like someone was doing the dishes in my kitchen.
Nice.
Yeah, but, I was the only one there. And I remember waking up one night, and I had this branch, like a decorative branch that I painted white. Don't ask. It's, decorative stuff. Fez might know about it. Anyway, I woke up, and the thing was twirling.
in midair, like someone was holding it and, like, you know, swinging it from left to right. And I'm, telling the landlord, what's, he was a buddy of mine, this stuff is happening, blah, blah, blah. He told me that a girl about 2 years prior had committed suicide. She had shot herself in the head, and that was the reason the person before me had left, because there was strange occurrences. And I said, well, thanks a lot.
Right. We lost them.
Yeah.
So this girl, she kills herself. 2 years later, she comes back and starts swinging branches around.
I wonder what that means, the significance of the branch.
They found out the girl was Michelle Branch, the singer.
Really?
Yeah. And she was trying to tell everybody she was okay.
See, there's more out there of this than not.
Michelle, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hi, yes. I wanted to know, have you ever heard of a witch riding your back?
No, I've never heard of that, Michelle.
You never did? Because, like, when you're asleep, when you can't scream or you can't yell, you can't do anything, and it's like holding you down on the bed. That never happened to you?
Oh, there is like when sometimes if you wake up too fast, you're like paralyzed for a moment. It happened to me once.
Oh, okay, like a sleep paralysis.
Yeah, that's what it's called, Fez. Thank you.
I've never heard of this witch riding your back.
Yeah, it's just like that's what the old wives' tale would be, I imagine, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, don't worry about that, Michelle.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Yeah. Susan.
Get off my back.
Suddenly now I'm doing a ghost advice show. It seems like what you got there is a witch riding your back, honey. That's insane. Susan, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron. I was just wondering, have you ever been home alone and you feel like somebody's watching you? You feel like you're not alone? Don't you ever get the creeps like that? That's got to be a ghost.
Honey, you're, explaining paranoia to me. Believe me, I've sat up all night with a straw looking out the peephole. I know exactly what it feels like when I have people watching you that ain't there, and that's called being wired. But I don't try to convince the rest of the world that it happened. It was just me and my own personal demons.
All right. But, no, I mean like sober.
Oh, no, I've never had that sober.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So what happens to you, huh, Susan?
What?
You see people watching you when...
You can get the creeps.
Yeah, I'm sure you can. All right, take care. Deja, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
12-7-86 checking in.
What do you say?
Hoo-ah! So when I was a kid, I had this friend, and she would always tell me about how her mother would burn sage in her house because she was so crazy about there was ghosts in there.
Yeah.
So I was hanging out with her one day, playing a Nintendo in her room, And I walked out into the hallway because I heard a noise, and she sent me out there because I'm the butch one. I got to go look.
I bet you are. Where's that ghost?
Yes, I saw, this figure. He kind of looked like a lumberjack, like a big burly man, kind of like Fez looking.
Was it a mirror?
No. Not
Okay.
quite. That came later.
Okay.
We were little then.
All right.
And so he came walking towards me, and then he went off down the stairs, and, the blinds just started shaking as he went by, and I've never doubted any sort of ghost.
But here's the thing. If you're a ghost, why are you walking down the steps like a regular person?
I don't know, buddy.
You must miss the human things.
Why? It's the first thing I want to get rid of. Take care, honey. Thanks a lot.
Tell him Large Marge sent you.
That's exactly what it was.